In this PowerPoint presentation tutorial, I will show you how to create a basic PowerPoint to start off. If you are pretty new and you just don't know how to create a PowerPoint, maybe this is your first time, then this is how you create a simple PowerPoint to get you started. Okay, so as we discuss in the later videos, I'm going to do a series of videos on PowerPoint, but this is just to start it off. And if you look at the screen will look like this. So first thing you need to have first thing you need to have is you have to decide on the design. Okay, that's very important because Microsoft gives you a blank white screen, so you need to decide on the color first, because we want to it's important to maintain consistency in the slides. Okay, so if the slides background is blue, then you have to maintain blue across all slides. And some of the elements, like if it's a professional presentation for your company, then you might have a logo of the company or any other thing that has to be present on all slides. So that's why it's very important to decide on the design of the slide first before you put your actual content. Okay, that's the first thing. So the second thing we will do is we will try and duplicate slides so that for consistency. Okay, so duplicate slides, and that's mainly for consistency. When I mean consistency, when people look at your slides, they feel that information changes, but the background and certain elements in the the presentation doesn't change, so that your slide looks professional, but at the same time it doesn't distract the audience with so many other elements, change of color or change of font or anything that kind of distorts the message. So that's what we will those are the two things that I will discuss in this tutorial. So first thing is the design. So when you get the first slide on the screen like this, you don't really worry about it first. So what we can do is we can easily go in and put the title in, but you can change that later on. So we just leave it and we think about the design first. So design is where you have the design tab at the tab home, insert, draw and design. So you go to design and you have the themes and you have the variants. Okay, so the variants will be dependent on the themes. Okay, so themes are where you have these default themes lined up like this, but you just click on the drop down menu and look for a theme that you like. Okay, so don't worry about the color as well, because you will change with the variant and it also format the background, but just choose on the color first. I mean, like the theme or design theme first. So I will look at the several designs and they look all good, so I'll go with maybe this one looks cool, so I'll go with this one. Okay, so I'll select this one, depending on your choice which one you want to select. It's all up to you. So I'll select this one. Okay, so at the moment you will see that the theme has changed, and then also if you look at the if you're on Microsoft 365, the designer pop-up will pop up here, but I don't think designer option here is available on standalone normal Office application that is common in most PCs that are sold at that comes with sold to individuals at the computer shops. But if you sign up on 365, then you will have this this designer pop-up coming up to give you more slide options, okay, title options. So I just close this, and this is what it will look like in most cases. Then if you look at the variant, the variant has changed based on the theme. So you can see that they've given you, this is a blue one, this is a green one, and this is a purple one. So you choose whatever color variant that suits you. So I will go for, but I'll go for maybe green. But then if you look at under the variant, if you look under the variant, if you look at down, you will see that depending on the variant, right, depending on the variant, your color scheme will also change. For example, if I click on this orange one, I check, and the color scheme is now changed to this, okay, because this is the variant I'm selecting. If I go to blue, you'll see that the color variant also changes, okay. So you can change it here, and the effects as well, okay. So you're mindful of that. So I'll just go for maybe this one here, or I can make it pink, I can make it blue, and now I have my design in place. So I'm going to create my title. That's the first thing, okay. If you want to decide furthermore, customize the background, you can, okay. You can go to format background, and you can see different, even if you want to put a picture in the background, you can. So this is gradient fill, and you can see the gradient angles, and then the color. So you can see the color here. If I change this to maybe say orange, you can see the first color being a little bit of orange being added here as well, okay. So you can also, if you want to fill a picture or text, you can do that. So you can see, even you can look for picture from here, and you can look for picture from the online, and pick up a picture that really shows out, okay. So if you want a picture background, for example, if you are talking about some travel things, okay, so I'll just say, okay, I'll look for beach, and then I will look at some pictures, and probably this one looks okay. So I'll insert that, and then that will become my picture background, okay. So it's going to load up, and it will peel up the picture. So you can you get the idea, okay. So that's how you set the picture. And then the most important thing is, if you want the design or of your what to apply across, so that's why consistency, as I was saying. So you say apply to all, okay, because we want that slide to apply across all. So I press the apply all, and then I will click, say I'm presenting something on travel related something, so journey to maybe Rabaul, okay. So that would be my presentation, and I'll so I'm going to put the date, or most likely they'll put the individual's name in the presentation, so we'll put it there. And then once you put that, now you're about to start your slide now. So what you're going to do is new slide. You go here and right mouse click and add a new slide, okay, because this is your slide pane, so you have to add new slide in there. And I'll click a new one and see, because I say apply to all, okay, my picture and everything is consistent right here, okay. So when I add a new slide, it gives me the same slide background as I have specified. So in this case, I will now say boarding the preparations at Port Moresby, okay. And then you can put your buy the tickets at Air Nimbuni travel office, and then through check-in early at Jackson's airport to avoid the long queue and then board the plane and then pick up at Tokyo airport. So these are, just imagine, these are your points of discussion. One thing I would like to remind you here is that you can change the background of any slide that you want to change, okay. So if I go here and then I can say new slide, and now I'm going to start discussing buying tickets, okay. So I'll just say buying tickets, and then travel agents, ticketing, our tourism office, etc. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is the start of it, okay. So you need to start your design first. You go to design and you start your design of your selected theme, select the variants, and then format whatever background that you want to format to, whether it's gradient or solid or picture. You do that first, and then once you are satisfied with the just one slide and get the formats, or even put your logo in as on the side if you want to, and then you say apply to all at the bottom, and then you come to your slide and you just keep on adding new slides, or you can duplicate, okay. So if you think that you want to use the other consistent way is you duplicate, okay. So for example, if I add a new slide here and I feel that this is a little bit but I don't like the background, I can change it to background, okay. So but it now changes, because I press all, it now changes everything back to, so I'll just say Control Z to get back to all, and then I can change this particular background, and maybe I'll say, okay, for this background alone I'll use a solid fill, and I don't want any gradient fill, but I just want a different color, and I'll use it for a different color like yellow, and I will, a base gradient will be maybe okay, so that looks good. Now you will see that this as my photo background, but now here I'm changing my design, and I have the option to apply to all. Okay, if I say apply to all, it's going to apply to all of this one. Okay, so what I will do is I will now set this one as, let's say, pick up at airport. Okay, and I put some images or some pictures there, and then picked up by the tourism office, went to the dropped off at hotel. Okay, so just imagine that these are your points that you want to write it down. Now you have two designs here. First is with the picture, everything, and then this is how that slide will change. If you want to change like that, then you can duplicate. Okay, so you right mouse click and say duplicate. So that means that I can maintain the consistency of that slide by just going to duplicate. Okay, duplicate, and then I can start working. Duplicate is good because your heading color, your layout, and everything remains intact, so that when the presentation happens, okay, when the presentation happens, it will be consistent all through. So if you don't do that and you just try to add a new slide and try to format it, then you'll have a hard time formatting every slide, and it's a tedious task. Okay, so that's how you first of all decide on the design, the theme and the variant, and format the background, click apply all, and then you just go here, add new slide, and your initial will pick up, but you can do the changes if you want to in what, and if you want to maintain that change, then right mouse click and duplicate. Okay, so when you duplicate, you will and you can also delete if you want to. So you right mouse click, and I'll just delete this slide, and that will be enough for now. So if I test run by clicking on the slide, so this is how it will look like from the start. This is Journey to Rabaul by Brown Smith, preparations at what, and you can see that when you do the presentation across, you will see that the contents will change, but your slide remains consistent all through. So that's the end of this tutorial. Please select your design, select your variant, format the background, and then you add the new slide and start creating your PowerPoint. I hope this presentation is of benefit to you as you start your journey in creating those wonderful PowerPoint slide presentations.